sumo tale just for you. No script, no cue.
Hello, and welcome to Minimum Effort podcast. Your host with a good amount, JJ Jones, a co-host that nobody cares about, and Miss Jones, Mrs. Jones-Konyeha. What's her name? Jones-Konyeha. Yes. Just in case somebody's like sleeping under a rock and they don't know who you are, can you go ahead and speak about yourself a little bit?
Okay. So I'm Catelin Jones. I'm just known for being Edobor's girlfriend. Before then, I was a sumo wrestler myself, but outside all of that, I'm a teacher.
Okay, all right. So we just I'm just gonna add a little timestamp to this now. We were talking to Scott of World of Sumo, and he was saying, how much of a badass you are. For some reason, I always see the photo of you with like you're bleeding on your face, and you're like, ah! And you come out with like such fire and passion. Which also makes me happy that your last name is Jones because I just claim you. We're not related,
Jones
but I
yeah.
just bring you in. Can you talk a little bit about like that fire and that heat that you have in the dojo?
I think a lot of it is just pent up aggression. And in the dojo is the only place I can legally release it. So, no, it's just a part of me enjoying the sport and trying to put all of my effort and energy into my performance. And that's how it comes across.
Yeah. I am a fan of your style because I want that style. I will never have that style. That is not me. I'm more of a like, I'm playing chess here and I'm going to move this way and then I'm going to tap with a Uchimuso and blah. But you're like,
I'm gonna waste 2 hours of people's time doing sumo.
Huh?
That's your sumo. You just sit there for like 5 minutes for no reason.
I mean, I hate you, Mengkin. I hate you. At least I can win though, right? Because what have you won, Mengkin?
A bunch of stuff.
Well, this got real crazy. Mengkin just started attacking me all of a sudden. I'm not going to remove you from this chat, even though I thought about it. I'm really thinking about it, but I'm not going to do it. So where are you training right now?
I'm not. I haven't been to Keiko in a hot minute, but last time I trained was up in North Carolina with the Raijin crew, and then on occasion I'll still hop in with Dallas.
Does Edobor not make you train with him?
So it's whenever I begrudgingly let it happen.
Oh man. So last time we talked, I think I was like, you need to make Ed like really focus in and start a club. Where are we at that? Like, where are we at?
I don't know how much I'm allowed to share because that's his thing, but he has made progress. Okay. There are things in the works.
Oh, this is great. Because the last time he was just talking about hanging out at a wrestling meet and having people challenge him. Yeah, that's the last he talked to. And I was like,
no, there's more plans now. Something more than challenging people.
Yeah, I think his passion for sumo could really push sumo into a pretty awesome spot. Speaking of passion in sumo, are you doing nationals?
I'll figure that out in March.
Okay. All right. So if you wanted to test yourself for nationals, there is this tournament in San Diego called the SoCal Open.
I mean, although you're a teacher, so it might be hard for you to try to get out of work, isn't it? Wouldn't it be?
Stop! Don't give like built-in excuses, man. Come on now.
I support and don't support the SoCal Open. Don't remove me. I kid. I support the SoCal Open with all my heart.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, so I don't know the story of how you started sumo. Can you speak about that?
Do you want the long version or the short version?
Oh, I got
can
time.
we get the medium version?
Oh, okay.
I found sumo back in my senior year of high school. I found that famous clip of Biamba body slamming Kelly.
Not world medalist Kelly, yes.
I was
Definitely.
at the time, so I was impressed with any big man, any strong man, anything like that. And so I quickly fell down this wormhole of watching Biamba clips.
Mm.
And from there, YouTube suggested a Hakuho compilation. And so I just went even further into the sumo wormhole. And then I went to the US Open in 2018. That was my senior trip. And I bought my mawashi while I was there. Because I was like, do that. There was no clubs at the time in my area. So I bought that mawashi and then it sat in my closet for 5 years because I didn't know where to use it.
Was it folded or was it unfolded?
It was folded, not correctly at the time because I didn't know what I was doing, but it was. And then summer of 2022, I found Dallas Sumo Club on my For You page on Instagram. And I was like, well, here it is. That's as close as it's going to get. And so I convinced my sister to go to a practice with me. And it was supposed to be just a one-off, just a one-time experience because I don't want to drive 4 hours round trip to do that. And then we ended up liking it. And now I've been in it ever since.
Nice. What kept you in sumo? Because like you're talking about the 2-hour trip, and I see almost across the board with everyone I speak with that we all have this like curiosity and it's like pulling a thread, right? And you're just like, what is this? And then you start pulling and you just keep going deeper into sumo. But like what kind of kept you like engaged?
It was a couple of things. One thing that I think most people talk about is the community. It was a group of people where I felt like I didn't have to censor myself. It was like-minded people. I can enjoy my time with them. The other was that I no longer had like powerlifting or discus or some sort of physical activity to occupy my time outside of work. And I needed something to be able to spend that energy on. So it was both.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Well, what's funny is you said I didn't know about the Hakuho part, which that makes sense from your style of sumo because you're so intense and fire. Like you're like, this is JJ being a full-time nerd. Like you got that like Phoenix force, right? That Jean Grey Phoenix, just dark Phoenix coming out. And that's Hakuho too. That's Hakuho. And I see it. I see it. And Corey is amazing at capturing a perfect photo of you just in full rage mode in a vein that I've never seen on your forehead just being there. I feel like he adds it in, but it's just like Screw it. Screw you, Mengkin. You're out. So what so you teach kids. I also teach kids. I'm a martial artist. Like it's a different level. You have to have them sit down and they have to learn. What age are you at?
So I actually did 6 years at the elementary level, and then this year I just switched over to high school.
Ooh.
That's a big leap.
Okay, so I don't have kids, but I see them frequently, right? Like we've had kids. I've been a business owner for 12 years, so we've had kids go from like tater tots to French fries to full potatoes. Like I've seen the full gambit, and every generation is a little different. What's the weird thing that kids do now? Because I remember when the bullying thing wasn't as popular, but now like it was a different thing. It was like, oh, you can't hate somebody for being different. But if you have different opinions than me, that's not cool, right? Like, where are they at now? Like that high school.
I mean, it's still kind of the same thing. Anyone that wants the smoke can get it. Internet references are also a big thing, and they think I'm not aware of what's in nowadays.
Mm,
They think it slides under the radar, but it does not.
mm. Do are I don't think it's the right age, but are they doing the skippity dippity talk?
Probably, yeah.
Oh god, it drives me crazy. I make them do burpees. I use capital punishment. And I'm like, you're gonna do wall sits for 30 minutes or you're gonna do burpees. Like, I don't like I want you to use real sentences, especially like as we've became more of a like ingraining into the community through a couple different nonprofits that we have. There are kids that don't know how to spell their name. There are kids that don't know how to make sentences, and they're using this weird baby talk thing. And for me, it makes me like, no, you got to stop that. Like, I can't make you write things unless you're late for class or you're acting up or you call your mom a bitch or something like that. Then I can start doing other stuff like that. But like, if you're in my class, you have to use the best language that you can, and skippity dippity boppity boopity, fuck that shit.
Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to
You know.
really enforce anything. Most I can do is either tell mom and dad, which most of the time mom and dad don't care, or admin. Admin can only handle so much. I mean,
Right.
with higher student population, what are you going to do?
Right. And in your area, I don't know Texas very well, but are there a lot of kids at your school?
Yeah, we have just at the high school, we have, I know it's at least over 1,000. I want to say 1,600 possibly, but
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of human beings with their own opinions and feelings and the internet, which I I felt a little internet when I was a kid, but it was still one of those things like your rich friends had it
It
in
was
the
still dial up,
house.
right, JJ? It was still dial up.
Like it was. That's a joke, but it was. It was still dial up. We still had the AOL CDs that you put in. You got mail, all right? Like that was the whole thing, but it wasn't as like a part of everything, right? Like I remember there was a fight that some of the girls had, and it's because one girl left a comment on another girl's Zanga. All right,
I
Zanga.
don't even
So
know
this
what
is
that is. No,
this is before Facebook.
I know before Facebook, but I don't know Zenga. I know MySpace.
That just was just
I
one of
had
those weird things.
MySpace.
It was before MySpace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a weird thing, but it was like, people were still trying to figure out how to trace somebody, and they're like, this IP address is the same as this. This is back in like what 2002, something like that. So they should have been scientists. I don't know, or Jedis or something. I have no idea. But now I feel like the online bullying is probably like more like ingrained to everything with cell phones, and everybody goes onto chat room, or I don't know what they do, Roblox, Facebook. What do kids do now? What do kids do? They go to something.
No idea.
They do
Instagram, chat.
Instagram, Fortnite.
Reddit.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't know. I'm a
4chan,
I'm a
I don't know.
old. I'm fully aware that I am an old, and I embrace the fact that I am an old. I've been old forever, and now I'm actually old, so it feels good.
Mm.
I've grown into myself. And speaking of old, Ed is an old man. He has old man energy. Like he in like weird things. Like one time he came to my house and all he did was watch black and white sumo wrestling. That was a cool thing, right? Like he is like an old soul. And then when you find out about like his music and how he's like very into that, can you speak on like some of the music? Because I know that your guys' music must align somewhere, right?
No,
No,
no.
no, not at all. Oh, this is
Um,
wild. All right, so what's your jam? What are you rocking?
I listen to pretty much anything other than today's country and jazz, which jazz is his thing and I can't stand it. It shouldn't exist. Noise, it's not real. It shouldn't be a
It's
thing.
not real. Okay, all right, all right. What's your favorite song right now? Like if something came on and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna let this play.
It's really cringy. My family roasted me for it over Christmas, but there's a song called Empty Walls by the lead singer of System of a Down.
Okay.
It's
I don't know it. I'm going to listen to it. I would play it now, but then I'd have to edit more, and I don't want to do that. Are you a pop fan?
I stick more to rock and hip hop or
Any classic rock?
oh yeah.
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 Who's your favorite of classic rock?
I don't really favorite. I like
Okay.
him and overplay. Anything I'm into, I'll overplay, and then I'll never want to hear it again.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Mm.
Okay, so there is a Venn diagram of classic rock, and it sounds like country, right? The easy one that most people think of is like the Eagles, right?
Mm.
Like Hotel California, and they have some other stunts, and you're like, it's almost my favorite, which it's just I think it's such a silly song, but it's Meatloaf, and it's 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That one's good. It's I want you, I
I think I
want
only know
you,
one
I
song from
need
Meatloaf.
you, I need you. But that was just Mengkin. Why are you talking when I'm doing stuff, man? I hate you. I hate you.
I'd do anything for love, but I won't do that. Is the only one I know.
Oh yeah, okay, there we go. All right, okay, all right, all right. You're in the conversation. I'm not gonna sing anymore. I don't want to get YouTube. I just used you as an excuse. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Nobody needs to hear JJ sing. That's why.
I
I
would
mean, wait, what?
Yeah.
What was
See.
stick to sports and audio.
that? Oh, well. My feelings are hurt. My feelings are hurt. I'm just gonna put that out there. And thank you for the honesty. Who knows? I might have ended up being, I don't know, at one of these Texas tournaments doing karaoke, but now I just won't.
That's
It's okay, JJ. It's okay.
The amount of hatred I'm getting here.
On your own podcast.
I know. It's ours. It's ours. It's a joint thing. This is our baby. It's a little special. It's a little special.
I have a question.
No.
So I've heard the stories. I've heard the stories about the Jones-Konyeha relationship happeningness
Mm-hmm.
from multiple sources. I would like to hear it from you, Catelin.
Okay.
What was how did it happen? How did
in the
Listen properly.
in the beginning, yeah.
how did it transpire?
So
In
the
your
first,
in your opinion, not your opinion, but from your point of view.
well, the first time I ever spoke to that man was National 2023. I just went up to him. I was like, "Why aren't you competing?" I completely forgot he wasn't a citizen, and so and he's like, "I'm not a citizen." I was like, "Okay." And then we just kind of stood there for a minute. And I was like, "All right, well, enjoy your time." And I walked away. And that was the last time we talked for a hot minute. But he says that's when he started liking me because I elbowed Kellyanne in the face, and he was impressed. And so that's where that. And then for a couple of months, it was just sending dumb reels to each other on Instagram. And then at the Raijin camp they put on last year is when we actually had a real conversation. And then it just blossomed with the input of everyone at camp.
Yep.
Yes,
Because I hear
yes.
stories about Christina getting angry at
I
Mr.
had-
Ed.
I hadn't heard about that.
So
Did you want to tell the story?
I mean, I won't give it the proper justice, but just know that we all went to get barbecue, right? And there was a crackhead outside wearing no t-shirt. I don't for some reason that just stays in my head. And I think, you know, like everybody was separating, and then Ed started coming back with us, and we're like, what are you doing? Like, go back that way. Go with her. And he's like, no, I don't want to get tired before sumo tomorrow. We're going to have a blah blah blah. And then Christina, and this is the Christina that almost no one sees. This is the Christina that's just absolute magic. She goes, "Get out of my face," and rolls the window. Like, I'm done with you. And I was like, yeah, that's the good one. That's a good one. That's
And then
everybody
he
in
scurried
my
away.
car saw that, and I was just like, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to just come here, Christine. I love you. But you know, apparently, yeah. I mean, sort of. I guess. I mean, he was just dropping the ball nonstop. And then I think ultimately you were like, come here. Right? It was
Avoided him. I made him come to me every time.
oh, that's what I'm talking about.
I think
That's
with
what
Ed,
I'm
that's
talking
what you have to do, right?
Well, he's so quiet. I thought I was misreading things. And I was like, oh, this man's going to be so annoyed by me. So I just avoided him and let him, because I figured if he approached me, then he wanted to talk to me. So.
That's fair. That's fair.
And then he moved across the country for you.
He moved, yep. I guess he really wanted to talk to me.
Yeah.
Does he talk to you?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, so your guys' Christmas photo was the best thing I've ever seen. Whose idea was that?
It was his. We were
It was
taking
his?
He goes, hold me. I'm like, okay. And then he jumped into my arms.
Also, I'm a fan of the matching pajamas.
That
I was
is,
like, oh,
yeah, it's a
you guys,
stereotypical white family for you.
it's every family in America. That's what we do now. Well, so I have a sister that I met this year, and she has that whole thing with her family where they like all the adults, all the kids, all wear the same thing. She was like, "I'm gonna get you one." I was like, "No, I don't do that. I'm just Christmas Day. I'm gonna be like a hermit.
JJ hates
I'm gonna go
family.
home
JJ
and
hates
disappear."
family.
JJ
It's
hates it.
It's not. I don't hate family. I just really enjoy peace and quiet a lot.
And you know what JJ did Christmas Day? He was doing office stuff.
Thinking, what is going on? Why do you hate me, Mencken? Why do you hate me?
No.
Yeah, okay. So Christmas Eve, I spent at the gym, working in the office, and then Christmas Day, I was at the gym also, hanging out, which is my business partners were like, "What are you doing? Why are you there? Why do you look like you're homeless?" And I'm like, I'm just into pants and crazy tops, and I'm just hanging out. That's what I was doing. But that's me. I like I'm like a hardcore introvert,
Mm.
and any time that I can like try to collect myself from trying to be in an extrovert's world is really nice. It's really nice. Yeah. Speaking of introverts and extroverts, is Ed an introvert or is he an extrovert? What do you think?
Ambivert. Because he's introverted in a lot of situations, but when you get that man going, he doesn't stop talking.
This is true. This is true. How would you identify yourself?
No,
I would say I'm also an ambivert. I don't talk to most people outside of the sumo community, but with select individuals, I also cannot shut up. So
Sounds like me. A lot like me.
Yeah, I think that
I think
is
all three of us.
yeah.
Right here, yeah.
Yeah, the sumo community is a special community where I can almost say everything that I truly feel and nobody really judges me on it, which is I've never really been in a community like that. Like even other martial arts, like Brazilian jiu-jitsu is the most conservative space I'm in, and like I'll say I don't know. I think that this person should have freedom, and it gets real weird. In sumo, I can say whatever I want. Everybody's like, all right, cool. That's cool. I don't know why the sumo community is the way it is. Do you have a theory on that?
we're all a bunch of quirky misfits, I guess.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm definitely not. No, not me.
Yeah, that makes sense because Mengkin's the most awkward person you'll ever meet in person. And you'll have a conversation with him, and you're like, this guy absolutely hates me for some reason. And then he's like, oh my God, JJ's my best friend.
I've never said you're my best friend. When did I ever say you're my best friend?
It's your emotions. It's your
No.
emotions. It shows. It shows. It's cool. I got you.
This is a lie. I think Ed is my best friend.
Okay.
my best
Ed does not believe that. So, what's the chance of getting you to the SoCal Open?
I want to get your hopes up.
Okay. All right. That's
If
fair.
it goes, I'll probably go.
All right. Let me just say that I have a person that may or may not have a spare bedroom that you could stay at.
You there.
So, just trying putting that out there. And it's not even me. So that's what's nice. I have plenty of people in my crew that have extra space. Mengkin doesn't know because Mengkin's not here. Mengkin's in Wells and nobody cares about you. Oh man, this is a fun, awkward conversation, and I love it. I love it. Oh, is your sister
three
still going to
introverts?
do
That's
sumo?
Is my sister what?
Going to continue doing sumo?
She's done.
She's done.
It was fun for a little bit. Then she got tired of the drive and other things, so she dipped out.
Right.
other things we don't want to speak about here.
No. We don't. No. We don't talk about drama. This is fun conversation.
This is drama free zone.
Introverted extroverts. This is a fun weird conversation, and I'm loving it. Is if there was a club in your area, would she think about coming back into the ring?
She might.
Nice. All right. Okay. All right.
Because for a while, it was the Jones sisters dominating Texas, right? So
Natalie dominated Texas, yes.
no, I think you too, Caitlin.
Well, I mean, think about it. There's one or two females in my weight class. It wasn't hard to dominate when there's only two bodies.
You came to nationals last year and you placed second.
Out of how many?
Was there only 3?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, but first place was Ashley, and you gave her a fight, so for it.
Yeah.
So
bro.
And actually, she came in 4th at Worlds, and she was able to place in the team tournament, which like winning a few matches there. Like it's I as like a longtime loser, I'm not calling you, but myself, I look at the people that beat me and I celebrate their wins because it makes me feel better. Right? Makes me feel better. And that's a real loser mentality that I'm working on. Mengkin is thinking, yeah, that's true.
I was
Mengkin,
thinking about myself. Why would I
oh,
think
for
about
real?
you?
Are you not thinking about me? That's good. That's
No.
good.
Why would I think about you?
Okay. All right. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, I have one more question, and it's a weird one, and I'm sorry.
Okay.
Are you responsible for Ed flexing his butt cheeks?
Oh no, she is.
Say that one more time, please.
On context. 'Cause I need to
That's fair. You know what? That's fair. His ritual of I am an anime character or thing where he flexes everything, but in particular, from every tournament that I've ran that he's been there has been a lot of talk where they're like, he even flexes his butt cheeks. Now, that's a very deliberate move.
It's called muscle engagement. No, it's all him.
That's all him. Okay. I mean, it is all him. All those ham hocks. That whole ham hock just. Do you have a ritual like that before you go out?
No, that's dumb. The performance streak to warrant doing that. Because if I did that shit and then with my record, that's not warranted.
I do think that you have something like that, but it's in the middle of the matches. It's the crazy fire in your eyes, and there's like a weird little like anime style like Vegeta smile to you, like. And I'm telling you, I see it all the time, and I also had to like break down in every single match from nationals, and you're like nonstop, like a villain.
When I get into a match and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna smile and everything's gonna be fine.
That's better than me. I panic.
Yeah, Mengkin has a different approach. His approach is, I'm going to come out with this Tachi, and then he puts his knuckles down, and he comes up and he's like, I'm switching my Tachi to something weird. So his hands go all like Tai Chi, and then he'll get slammed into oblivion. Right? And that just shows that he sucks. But we're not there. Our last name's Jones. We're just winners.
All right, not for long. It's gonna be Jones-Konyeha soon.
Depends what you mean by soon.
2 years, 3 years, 6 months, 5 years. Who knows?
Who knows?
This is fair. Time is relative, right? Like there's a. Are you gonna? Ooh, no, that's a tacky question.
No, do it.
Start it and I'll ask it.
All right. Are you going to do a hyphenated name, or are you going to go full Konyeha?
That's a lot. That's a lot to have to write on papers and shit. I'm lazy.
It is a lot.
I don't know.
It's Christina's technically hyphenated.
Yeah, Christina's name is hyphened. And it's because she did so much as Christina Griffin that if we didn't go hyphen, it's like she'd have to for like politics and stuff like that. She'd have to redo all of that stuff. So she's Christina Gabriella Griffin Jones. It's a lot of letters. It's a lot.
CGGJ.
Sure. Yeah.
I still like Konyeha. I'll throw that out there. I don't know if it's gonna, if it's in the top 3, but I'll throw it out there. Just you know.
Yeah, he's really been. I think he told Ed that he should take your last name, which I
did,
also think would be cool. I think it'd be real cool.
Because they can all be Joneses.
Yeah, it'll be the Jones Empire. You know what? It does. You don't even need the last name. It's the name is in the mix, so I'll just take you. Honu, Texas, perfect. I'll just
Honu, Texas. Oh,
There
is
you
that
go.
what's happening? Is it Honu, Texas? No. Nope. Denied.
deny. Butts it. Do you want to declare your love,
Love
to
for
Ed here?
Ed.
I'll give you a one shot, and then you could just go ahead and say,
I don't know if you saw the last episode we did with him. He declared his love for you.
Great.
Right, JJ?
Declaring it.
Oh. I guess that's a no.
Blooded. Okay, so
Well,
do you
I will
listen to-
declare my love to my significant other. I love you, Charlotte.
Oh,
Oh, that's so sweet. Bye.
Never effort to the max. Sumo wrestling, no tracks. JJ and Mengkin just relax. Life unfolds with chill acts. Legend falls and strives. Sumo tales bring you lives. We just chat, no surprise. Lost in stories that thrive. No edits, no fuss. Sumo tales just for us. In this group